It's day 11. It's your boy RZ here. Guess what? Do it to life. For life, do it to you. Do it to 2021. A whole year of breast cancer / cancer awareness. And we're going to rock this thing out. Y'all know what today is. Today is Thursday. It is the 4 agreements. The fourth day of the week, we're going to talk about 4 agreements. And I'm very happy to. Hey, one thing. Have you guys already gotten the book yet? I know some of you haven't. If you're just tuning in, go to maybe Audible, go to your library, and get the 4 agreements. What I'm going to do is put a link on my YouTube page to all these resources. They are free. What we're doing, we're transforming our lives. We're spending no money. Any money that we have, we're going to raise some money for charity as well too, but no money. Everything that you already have is in your house. Everything that you need, you already got it. You already have the resources, like this phone, the computer. So if you're watching this, I know you got the resources, so don't let your brain tell you you got to go out and buy something and then end up putting it off. Okay? So the days is being impeccable with the word. That's the first agreement. And what that means is watching our speech. He said in the book that if you can become impeccable with your word, then I think it's like 50% of all your problems will go away. Because being impeccable with your word is watching what you say and who when you're talking to other people. I mean, one thing that kind of stood out to me is that he said, even if I'm talking to someone and somebody else eavesdrop in on our conversation, that whatever they hear should make them happy. I should only be talking good talk, only good talk. That includes a lot of joking around. You may have to cut a lot of joking around and jesting and all that stuff. I know it's all in good fun and good faith. Oh man, they know I'm cutting up. They know I'm cutting up. They know I'm just joking. But see, with words, we don't know how people are taking those words. It's just like a loaded gun. And you shooting shots at everybody. You say, oh, they know I'm just playing. But one of them shots is going to kill somebody. It's going to hurt somebody. You wouldn't do that with a loaded gun, but guess what? We do it with our mouths. Our mouths are like loaded guns. The words that come out of our mouths when we're talking to people, when we're addressing people, that's what being impeccable with your word. But not only, guess what? Not only talking to other people, as we start coming a little bit close, we can see doing it at our jobs, with co-workers and stuff like that. But when it comes to family, the closer it get to us, we start to take these things for granted. Cutting up with family, joking and calling them dumb, calling them stupid, cracking jokes, pulling out old pictures and ridiculing them and the whole 9 yards. I don't know if a lot of people, I don't know if you know this, but we really treat some of our family members pretty bad. I always tell my daughter, and it's a classic example. My daughter, she stay in a messy room, right, around all her family. Don't like sometimes she don't clean up after herself, but she's getting better, right? She's getting better. You know what? I know she can clean up, right? Because when one of her friends want to come over for a sleepover, guess what? Spick and span. Because we kind of value those outside people a little bit more than we value family sometimes, as far as looking good. That's the ego, looking good in their eyes. We want those people to like us. We want to have a good look in their eyes. But when it comes to family, oh, they know me, so I ain't gotta do nothing good around them. Yeah, that's just family. So we sometimes use our words the wrong way when addressing our family members. Instead of lifting them up, a lot of times we're tearing them down or we're arguing and stuff like that. So, but we're going to go a little bit closer. See, the closer it get to you, the more familiar that you are with the person or persons, it seems like the more you abuse them. Being impeccable with your word is not necessarily just other people, not necessarily family, but the most important part, I think, is with ourselves. We got to be impeccable with the word. Our self-talk it's going to have to be checked and improved. How do you talk to yourself? When the last time you looked in the mirror and say, Z, I love you. You the best, Ob. When the last time you done that? Won't you try it right now? Just find a mirror. If you ain't got a mirror, guess what? Your brain gonna say, well, I ain't got a mirror right now. I don't know what to do. Anything got a reflection. We got these phones, put it on FaceTime. And look straight into your own eyes and say, I love you. Try that every day for the next 66 days. Why did I pick 66 days? Some of you already know. Some of you've already gone to the one thing and download the 66-day challenge. That's a challenge calendar. He said it takes on average about 66 days to develop a new habit. And that new habit, even though it's small, of telling yourself, I love you every single day for 66 days, that's a habit I gotta have. I, I, I mean, you gotta look at yourself and say, hey, look, man, if I had that habit, that's a good habit. And it ain't hard. I ain't gotta go buy nothing, right? Now, don't let your brain make you go out there and buy a brand new mirror. Don't let your brain tell you that you gotta fix your face all up. But yeah, just go ahead and look in that mirror. Hey, I do it in my car. See, here's the thing. We're gonna work through this thing together. So I don't care if you're losing weight, you wanna change something, wanna improve your relationship. You just come and just stick with me day after day doing small things. We just gonna go over small things, the things that I do. You have to couple the habit that you wanna do. You're gonna need you a trigger to trigger you to do the habit on something that you're already doing. To make it real easy. See, I do it in my car. When I get to work, before I get out of my car, I look in the rearview mirror and I tell myself, I love you. You may do it when you're brushing your teeth. You gotta have yourself a trigger on something that you're already doing. Because you got some habits. You just gotta have to use those available habits to piggyback like a Trojan horse, another habit on top of that. You're gonna use this bad habit as your trigger to do a new habit. Can I do both at the same time? Let's say that I want to watch what I'm eating, but the only time I think about it is after I'm eating a piece of cake, right? So what I do, even though I'm eating a piece of cake, I can say, okay, I'm not gonna eat the rest of this cake. You see what I'm saying? Or if I'm eating this piece of cake, let me go ahead and eat a piece of broccoli with it. Hey, look, I like broccoli, but I don't know about broccoli and cake. But it may make you, eating broccoli with the cake may make you not want the cake. If you gotta eat broccoli with it every time, you see what I'm saying? Let's try that for 66 days. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. These days, you're gonna fall off the wagon. Guess what? You're gonna get right back on and keep going. Even if you fall off, you make it a little smaller and keep going. But I want you to start watching what you're saying to other people. The hardest, one of the things I did easily was when you see somebody, joking around at work, which you may have already done, and people are talking and laughing, you may feel the need to join in. You're gonna want to join in if you've been joining in. I'm saying you may just say, I'm not gonna say anything. You may just listen and not say anything, not joke with that person, because if you look at that person does not feel good after somebody's joking with them. They don't feel good at all. And if it ain't, I tell some guys at work, I said they want to show me stuff on the TV. Took about 3 or 4 years on their phones and stuff and joke. They don't talk around me like that because I asked them. I said, look, is this gonna make me happy? Well, you probably like it happy. You're probably thinking. I said, no, I'm asking you, is this gonna make me happy? And then I asked them. I put the pressure on them. Say, do you consider me to be your friend? And they'll say, yeah. I said, well, look, that stuff don't make it. You don't do that to a friend, right? That doesn't make me happy. And pretty soon, now they gonna test it. Since they know that you trying to get off something, they gonna test you. That's gonna be a whole new segment. I might as well go ahead and tell you now. When people are bothering you, everybody's looking for stability in their life. It's like they're drowning and they're looking for the next stable thing. And then the stable thing before they put their trust in it. Just like you, like I say, hey, okay, go over there and stand on that chair and grab that pot off there. If you have never stood on that chair before, you're gonna go over there and shake it. You may hit on it, you may beat on it, and from the outside looking in, it's gonna look like you're trying to destroy and tear up that chair. You don't like the chair because you're hitting and beating on it and shaking on it all the time. And the chair may be thinking, which is you, may be thinking, why does this person keep bothering me and messing with me, shaking on me and beating on me? The reason is that they drowning. And they're trying to find somebody that is stable that they can start to put a little trust, a little weight in. And the only way they can do, see, like I say, in the natural, you're gonna appear to be trying to destroy the thing that you're gonna be putting your trust in. But you gotta make sure that thing is stable. So if somebody's messing with you at work, you gotta start to look at them in a different light because they are watching you to see if you're gonna be consistent or is this the one that I can put a little bit of trust in. Because everybody want a little consistency. Everybody's looking for some light at the end of the tunnel. And right now, since you're watching me and you're on this challenge and you're getting the books and you're coming back and you're making the exits, you are that light. And they gonna start to see it and they gonna join in. But this your boy Obz, 365 days of breast cancer/cancer awareness. Do it to life before life. Do it to you. It's time for me to sign out. My boss calling.